Whenever I was born, my mom and my dad got a divorce, so I didn't have a mom growing up. My dad actually was a felon. He was wanted by the cops, and we were always on the move. Literally, we moved probably to city over 10 times. So I didn't really have friends growing up because we were always disconnected, and it was just me, my sister, and my dad. And we were actually churchgoers who went on holidays. I forgot what they're called, but that's who we were. We went on Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and stuff like that, or New Year's. When the church was full, we were there. So we were those people. So I didn't really know about church or anything like that. And I played football growing up, and I was actually a pretty good football player. I was recruited out of high school, and I went to this thing called SWAT, which was college age students went to a high school, and we went into a D group, and there was a leader who was a college leader with high school and middle school boys. It was actually about getting off the fence of being for God or for the world. And then I was like, well, I guess I got to give my life to Christ. And I gave my life to Christ, but it really was just kind of nothing really changed. And so I was just really prideful, I would say. I played football. I was the high school popular person. I wanted all the attention, wanted this, wanted that. So I was that guy. I got into a lot of trouble. Come to West Georgia, and I walked on, made the team, and then I got in a wreck, and I couldn't play football. And then I started kind of coming to CCF, because after I got my wreck, I was all right, God's real. There's no way I should be alive because my car's totaled. And so I was gotta go back to church, started coming to church. And then that summer, I needed to get an apartment to stay up here. I didn't want to live on campus anymore. I knew I was gonna be playing football. I worked with my dad the whole summer, but I was depressed. I used to be suicidal, had very, very bad anxiety. So that whole summer, honestly, I just drank the whole summer. I literally blew all my money, and it was July, I was 27th, 28th, and I was I gotta get an apartment. I got $400. I don't know how I'm gonna get an apartment. And then I saw City Station, it was open. They had one room. And I was I guess I gotta apply. And I applied, and I literally got a call in 30 minutes. Being here has definitely changed my life. I had Ryan, Josh Driver, he's always on keys, Luke Graham, Sam, who lives up there with me now. And then there was also the girls beneath us. We were all just really connected, and we poured into each other, and we were just really close. And I just knew that I needed community, and they always kept me focused back on Jesus. I don't know how to explain it more than it cost me everything, because it was a complete life change, a completely, totally different person. This was my life path, and this is what I thought my life should be, this line. And then God was no, I want you over here. So I'm totally on a different path. Sometimes when you're following Jesus, it doesn't look good. People didn't really tell me that at first, and then stuff started happening. I'm man, this hurts. I don't even want to do this anymore. But then Jesus is always faithful, and that is what keeps you going. Knowing that God is a provider, knowing who He is, from the stories in the Old Testament, and knowing that is the God of your life. So no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard it got for, say, Moses back in the day, whenever the Egyptians were following him, God was I'm always gonna make a way. So trusting and knowing that God is always gonna make a way in your life is what keeps you going.